Yeah, well, here we are. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's Wednesday, yeah? I believe it is. It's Wednesday. We got the army on the pad. And she's off, up, in, action. Coming around. Here we go. Little bird on the wing here. Yeah. Well, greetings. I took notice that Dale was having MD troubles. I haven't seen the video yet, though. I've been occupied. Preoccupied, really. And I don't know why, but my feed on YouTube started heading in the general direction of conspiracy theories and such surrounding an old movie. Stanley Kubrick's final film, Eyes Wide Shut. A very dark, disturbing film. Got a little wind today, not too bad. Anyway, yeah, so I've been looking at a bunch of those. A lot of it's a crock, but every once in a while they hit on something that kind of rings true. Anyway, I went to a lot of trouble to get a copy of it in its unredacted state. So it's the original full format, release that was set for Europe but not for American audiences, because we can't handle all those sex scenes here in America. So in order to retain an R rating in the US, this film had to be heavily redacted. So they ended up, this is 99, I think film started, I think they were filming in 97, so this isn't a time of CGI yet to any great extent. Well, what they did is they put little figures of what looked like Gandalf or something, the wizard, little silhouettes, and they just place it around in various locations in the screen to obscure whatever it was that the censors found objectionable. Anything that sparked their prurient interest was taken away. There's a good little breeze coming down this way. Little bird. Yeah, so that's fun. So I'm probably going to rewatch that one at some point this week. Every time I watch a Kubrick film over again, I see stuff I missed. Just one of those guys, he likes to get into visual stuff that you just really got to be paying attention to, and stuff you'll think, well, that was a mistake in the continuity. Not necessarily. And it helps to get the as unedited a version as you can, because one of the famous facts and theories surrounding the film is what became of Stanley himself. He died of a heart condition previously hadn't bothered him 6 days after the release. And even though the studio claims there was no editing done, what they released is what they call the final version. It's a film some people didn't want made, apparently, and I'm not sure that the entire film as intended ever was released, but I think I have just about as close as I can get to it in the copy that I obtained. It's the same with another film that I saw when I was a kid. That's hard to get a hold of copies because different versions appeared here and in Europe. That was a thing called, in the States, called the conqueror worm. In Europe, it was called Witchfinder General, I believe. Yeah, various stories about that one too. You know, it's one of those, I guess, a cult classic, you call it. But little-known filmmaker, and the main character, of course, is the. Why am I sticking on Boris Karloff now? The dude who was in Thriller, the voiceover from Thriller. Why am I seeing it? Vincent Price, yeah. Also from all the Alice Cooper stuff. Welcome to My Nightmare. Vincent Price, yeah, famously had it out with the director of the film. He says, "Well, I made 72 films. What have you done?" He says, "I made 2 good ones." Ouch, baby. But yeah, it was at the time I saw it, which was back in the late 60s when it came out. It was a pretty disturbing thing to see because, well, I would have been about 10 years old. I think that's what piqued curiosity for me about it. Anyway, found a good copy of the Witchfinder General in all its glory. And, fun little flashback. Meanwhile, Horizon, huh? When they originally released the 1 meter P-51, what was it, 6 months ago, a year ago? I don't know. I thought, well, this is poorly timed because Arrows just came out with one that's only slightly smaller, and it's a world better and cheaper. It's got lights, it's got better scale detail, it's got drop tanks. It's even got arguably a better livery. You know, it was stark to look at the contrast, and yet the E-Flight model is more expensive. So bind and fly, of course, versus plug and play, but the thing, Arrows came with a stabilizer, so all you really needed was a basic bare bones 4-channel. So everybody's got 6 or 8 of those sitting around in a drawer collecting dust. So yeah, this is amazing. It does so well in the wind. You see these trees really bopping around. I'm right in the flow here of that westerly. Yeah, anyway, so the price dropped dramatically yesterday, like $90 off. Yeah, I paid $149 for that little UMX Voodoo when it came out. I think it's $169 now or something. Anyway, yeah, for the price of a Voodoo, you can get a 1 meter that flies on 4S now. And it's light on features, but for the money, kind of a no-brainer, really. I hate it when that happens. Going broke, saving money. MD. What's up? Superfly, what's up? Also been enjoying some old Joe cartoon stuff. May or may not be familiar with Joe cartoon. Was a thing back when Flash animation was a big deal back in the 90s. Flash animation was the scourge of Steve Jobs. He wouldn't implement it on the iPad. He said it was a resource hog, but it was widely used to create all kinds of cool content. And Joe Cartoon was just such content. Silly stuff. The Gerbil Man. What do you think, Gibson? Should we wrap it up? Yeah. You done? You had all the fun you can handle. You can't handle the fun. Should we go watch a film? You go see Tom and Nicole break up on video, on DVD?
2 minutes.
Yeah. I just love these little birds. These things are so great. Speedy, responsive, noisy, and in this case lit up like a Christmas tree. Are you hiding out? Are you afraid? That's my boy. Alright, let's go see if we can land this thing. Where can we land? Where should we land? Land at the house, land back on the wall. Let's take a stroll through the 1 minute. 1 minute. Let's take a stroll. Come on, buddy. Let's go this way. Me and my shadow. And I didn't buy a spare prop. I kicked myself for that. It's an oddball color on that thing too. I hate it when I forget the prop.
20, 19, 18.
There we have it, folks. MD. Cheers. Happy Wednesday.